Okay guys, hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to analyse another chess game. This chess game was from Friday the 17th of February. This game was against one of my classmates. I was playing with black and I won on time. There is something I need to mention. This game was 10 minutes plus 0 seconds, so quite a fast-paced game. In relative sense, because my other games are 75 minutes plus 10 seconds, so this is a lot faster, a lot more. You have to be a lot more accurate in your moves and in your speed as well. So we start off with a e4 and Sicillian defense, which is actually one of my favorite openings. Quite like Alapin or the Accelerated Dragon. Those are my favourite variations. I also play Najdorf, anything here. And what my opponent plays is Queen f3. This is very interesting because I've seen a lot of bots play this, and I thought maybe he's trying to go for like a checkmate kind of pattern, having this kind of checkmate. And I've actually done some research on some other previous games of his, and I've seen a very similar pattern with the bishop and the queen making him checkmated. So maybe he thought this was a good idea because of that. So I go knight c6, and basically this is developing knight. This variation, I'm not 100% sure what it's called because this doesn't come very often. Because you also have the problem of this happening. Yeah. Even though the position so far is negative 0.5. Yeah, but this looks really dangerous if white doesn't defend properly. So c3, and this is this is quite a bad move, honestly, because it blocks the knight, and it doesn't really it doesn't develop any pieces, and it doesn't get you the centre either. That kind of does, but this is already contested by twice, so it doesn't really. So after c3, e6. Because after what I'm wanting to stop this bishop coming here, because now this is blunted. He won't attack it. He doesn't attack anything here. So, and he plays c4. And what should have been played? C4 is really awful. Well, it's not really awful. It's -2, so you're down 2 pawns in position. The reason why it's bad is because we played c3 in the previous move. Why not play c4 straight away? Maybe something to think about. But then if also take a look at this, take a look at the sideline, bishop to b5, and this attacks the knight. Then I would have to take, and then I would have to defend or take the bishop, take the bishop back with these 2 pawns if he takes. However, he plays c4, which blocks the bishop. So that's why it's honestly, it's not a good move. So I would if I'm playing, I would recommend playing keeping the queen in until late opening or early middle game, maybe even late middle game stages, and having a development something like this, something like development like this, something like this maybe, and then get the knight up, and then castle. Something like this. This would be just develop your pieces. Don't make so many pawn moves. So c3, e6, c4, and what I wanted to do is get queen out, just trade queens, which is what happens. And the reason why I want to trade queens is if you see an early queen attack, you want to try and refute it. And what I mean by that is basically you want to try and take the strength out of the attacks, because you see there's no other pieces developed. So if you trade the queen like this, you have 2 knights compared to no knights. So now you're up in position, and it's -1. So with d3 blocking the bishop again, it does develop this bishop now, which is good. This is good, and also allows the knight to come up to d7. So probably giving castling space. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I play bishop b7. Another possible variation is if I play d5 and knight to c3, bishop e7. So this is a very similar idea. This is kind of possibly mutated from later in the game. Yeah, but I can also play d5 and d4, d5 d4, attacking the knight, get the knight to move out of the way. Getting that knight to move twice. So that's a possible idea. So this is a possible variation of what happens. And the knight f3. I mean, he could also trade in the centre, but that's not good for me because he has. If I were to do this, he would take, and I mean it's okay. But if he gets a knight here, then it's not. So I maybe have to avoid trading at the moment. Maybe I can trade, but you play knight here, which is kind of a mistake, I would say. Knight to b4, wanting to have this fork here. And what an appropriate, maybe an appropriate response would be knight to a3. This would be okay. It's not the best, and then play d5, just attacking the centre. Now this knight's developed onto the a file, so now it can't defend the centre. However, what my opponent plays is king d2. So preventing castling and opening the king, which is honestly not that good of an idea. I mean, you can, it is playable as long as you know what you're doing. This is -2 for so black's winning. Castle, kingside, or short castle. King c3. What does this do? Nothing, because the knight's defended. And you can't come this way because, yeah, you can go round, I guess. This is -3 now. Knight c6. So I want to now develop the knight more centrally, I believe. I mean, I didn't need to. This is now -2. So I didn't need to move the knight because it's defended. And I could have maybe developed one of these pieces because these are kind of stuck behind pawns. Maybe b6 and then bishop b7. Or maybe, yeah, knight g3 and g4 and looking for maybe knight f2, something like that maybe. Yeah, I play knight c6. I could have also attacked the centre. Yeah, didn't look that good of an idea. So king d2, walking the king back to where it was. Very odd in this case, because you've already made 3 king moves. b6. So now I move the knight back first and then play b6. It doesn't really matter what really you do in this case. I'm just wanting to have this nice diagonal and open the bishop up. b3. So I don't know, copying me maybe. You can also open the bishop up, attack the knight. Bishop b7, bishop b2, rook a d8. So centralizing the rook. Bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, attacking the rook on the long diagonal, and knight to c3. Knight e7, and knight b5, blundering the rook. Because yeah, the bishop sees the rook. You shouldn't unpin the knight from the rook if there's a defender for the knight, which there is. It's the king. So here's a variation, d5, e5. So so what I missed in this case, this is now winning for white. This is +4. So you think maybe, yeah, this is really aggressive, pinning the knight to the rook. However, d5. No, not d5. I should have played d5. Because there is a variation of d5, e5. And now me playing d5 captures. Yeah, it just trades off pieces. However, what I missed in a very specific case, what I missed was, yeah, now there's now if d5 is if e5 was played here, yeah, this has lost the bishop. I've just lost the bishop because I can't go here or here because these are defended by the knight. I can't move back because my knight's there, and I can't take because this is also defended. So now I've just lost the bishop. So what I would recommend in this position is for white to look for attacking moves. So checks, attacks, and captures, anything that's forcing. I mean, if e5, maybe I could have taken the knight on f3, then he takes back. Or maybe, yeah. But I just take the rook. This line does look interesting. This is still +5 there. Because both of these pieces are under attack. So I'm going to lose one of them anyway. So after knight b5, which is completely losing the rook, bishop takes a1. Yeah, just losing the rook. Bishop e2, and bishop back to b4. What could have been played is maybe like bishop f6, bishop f6 would have probably been better in this case. So, because this is something like this: bishop f6, knight d6, attacking the bishop. Bishop slides back down to a8. e5. So in this case, e5 again would what it looked like it works. Yeah, but then it takes, and rook to g1. And so since the bishop's no longer on f1, yeah, you have now defend with the rook, or maybe move the bishop back or something. And yeah, this is still winning for black. This is -7 because he's just lost the rook, but he's going to gain some type of material back. And what I find quite interesting in this one is it recommends what the computer recommends is taking here and taking here and having this, because this looks quite aggressive for white, but nothing happens after this. You can't give another check. So that's why it's so good. So after knight b takes d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, and I play d5 to get in the center. C takes d5, e takes d5, okay, and e takes d4, 5, bishop takes d5, and g1, defending the pawn on g2. Now -8 is this in there. So now f5, basically wanting to develop the rook. g4. And I take f takes g4. This is negative knight, so I'm technically up a queen in this case. Rook takes g4, rook takes f2. Ooh, and what could have played something like rook. Yeah, maybe. I was thinking maybe something like rook h4, maybe, because then I can't take on h2. But then, yeah, this kind of like takes the rook out of the game. So, because I can do something like this maybe. Then they have to move the rook somewhere else. Maybe you can attack the pawn. Yeah, so something like this could have worked. However, I take, and he goes knight to e6, blundering a knight with -12. No, that's what I said, -12.5. So black's winning with 12.5 point advantage. Bishop takes e6, just winning a knight. Rook h4, just taking this, basically, yeah, you can see it. The bishop attacking the rook, you move the rook. Knight f5, attacking the rook again, and rook to e4. This is now -17. So now my opponent's on time pressure because we were playing a 10-minute game. He's down to about 3 minutes now, maybe even less than that. And I got bishop to f7. Yeah, it makes sense, defending the bishop. Could have also played bishop to d5, attacking the rook, because knight's defended of this rook. See, this is a defender, so you can't take it. You can't take it anyway. And this rook kind of has to move here, or here, or here maybe. Okay, so I go bishop back, and then king to e1, so the fourth king move for white. Wanting to attack the knight, wanting to attack the rook, I go rook takes h2, that makes sense, and d4. And it was around this point where my opponent ran out of time. Bishop d4 also works in this case, and knight g3, yeah, attacks the rook. Still losing quite badly for white, but this is negative 18 yet on a negative 14, so yeah, this is slightly worse. Now, actually, there's a interesting endgame here. So after knight takes d4, it's mate in 15, and I'll show you the mate if you want to know. It's rook e5, wanting to get the rook into the game again, maybe, or maybe just not because you don't want to take it because it's defended. So you just want to move the rook, maybe. Could have also taken here, maybe. But knight c2 check, king f1, rook d2 attacking the bishop, rook e4, bishop d6, rook e7, rook d takes e2, rook takes e2, and bishop d3, pinning the rook to the king. After a3, which is a very passive, slow move, rook takes e2. A3 is the top computer move apparently. A4 wasn't that good. I don't know why. Because it does the exact same thing. You still lose. A3, rook takes e2, king d1. Because you don't want to push the pawns because that would lose a pawn. You would lose this pawn. Or if you push this pawn, yeah, I'd just probably give a check or something, I don't know. King g1, knight d4, a4, knight f3 check, and if king h1, then there's rook h2 check, and if king f1, there's rook h, well, you can actually move the rook anywhere on, yeah, as long as they're not here, as long as it's not one of these three places, it would be checkmate, because the bishop checks, and this is blocked, and so it has to be on this rank, has to be on the second rank, because it defends these three squares, because these three squares need to be defended by the rook, and you're on check with the bishop, and the knight's attacking these two squares, so you can't move the king, it's checkmate. So this is quite a fun game. Yeah, sorry for loss to whoever I played, because yeah, I'm I'm getting stronger, so I probably did miss a couple of things there. Remember, with the losing the bishop, I could have lost the bishop there. If you played what was it? Something around this area. Yeah, if you had played e5 here, you would have probably won. Because yeah, I wouldn't have. That would have lost me a bishop for a pawn. So keep in mind these types of moves where you can attack the same thing as long as it's defended. And you see, the bishop is worth more than the pawn as well. So even if I take back, I would be losing material. Yeah, so there you have it. That's probably the game. Also look out for moves such as where is it? Watch out for this type of move where one move attacks. You're attacking a pawn. Yes, you are. You've lost. Yeah, my bishop sees your rook. You need to look across the board, see what's being attacked. So, one move attacks also go. Maybe you wanted to go here and attack the bishop or something. I'm not sure what we wanted to do. But yeah, you missed that. And then there was also one point later on. Here. What does this do? You attack the rook. Yes, they can just be taken. Doesn't do anything. So there's some tips. They're the mistakes probably made in the game. But that were made in the game, sorry. Yeah. And then this endgame is just fun. This endgame wasn't played in the actual game because there was time problems. I think this was timeout for white. Yeah, this is a very good game to analyse because you can see what you can improve on, what could be improved on. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have fun. And remember to subscribe. Subscribe, yeah. I mean, that's kind of weird. You don't want to subscribe. Maybe you do, I don't know. Anyway, have a nice day.